What's going on, everybody? MC Andrew Love back on your screen and your speakers one more time. And welcome to another edition of Let's Chat and Jam. In this episode, I speak with a sister out of Atlanta, Georgia. Her name, Jade Forest. Check out this interview we did right now. What's going on, everybody? MC Andrew Love back on your screen and your speakers one more time with another edition of Let's Chat and Jam. In this episode, I'm speaking to a sister out of Atlanta. Her name is Jade Forest. This sister here, she got skills, folks, and I can't wait for you to meet her. So without further ado, let me bring in Jade Forest.
What's up? Hey,
I guess you came in all amped up and ready to go. How you doing, Jade Forest?
I'm good. I cannot complain. Rolling around the city. Cannot complain at all. How are you today?
I won't complain. And I think I'm doing pretty good. Now that you're here, I'm feeling really confident.
My heart.
Because you are like really an ill lyricist.
I appreciate you.
Yeah,
I appreciate it.
Yeah, I love your sound. And yo, folks, I'm telling you something. Jade Forest here has got a dope sound that you're gonna love too. And when I say I'm digging the vibes, I really am. And I tell you some folks, you can dig the vibes too just by go tapping in. And when you tap in, you can tap in on all the platforms. Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, Deezer, Pandora, and my favorite spot, iHeartRadio. You can tap in her, and when you do, this is what you're going to say. Damn, MC Angela, you did it again. You done told me to go check out Jade Forest, and we did, and guess what? She's dope. You're dang right she's dope, so tap in. When did you realize you had a passion for the music?
Honestly, I think it was probably after college, because I think during college, I was trying to figure out like, do I want to like go more sort of towards like my more graphic side? Because I went to art school. I'm a graphic designer by trade, photographer. Like I do my own visuals, honestly, truly. If I can, like my homie Chase Souffle helps me with a lot of my visuals now. But yeah, honestly, I was trying to figure out, do I want to go this route or do I just want to take the risk and go this route? But like for whatever reason, like I had been working with artists basically this whole time, like doing their graphics and stuff. And I'm like, and while I love a lot of my clients' music, like it really honestly inspired me to like more as a person who has always done music in a certain capacity to kind of just more so take that avenue and just do that, you know, specifically like and be unapologetic about everything that I was doing, you know. So that's, I'm gonna say probably after college was when I was like, okay, maybe this is what I'm supposed to be doing, you know.
It is what you're supposed to be doing because you're dope with it. So I want to say thank you. Thank you for getting into the music. I
appreciate you.
As for a fan of good music, man, I gotta say I'm digging the vibes. And I must say thank you for going to the studio. Thank you for working with some of your friends who's helping you out. And I really want to say thank you for building your craft, for figuring out your sound. I have to say thank you, man, because you are really good at what you do.
Thank you. I appreciate you, man.
Who are your greatest influences?
Man, I'm inspired by a couple of things. Like, I guess musically, like I'm a Lauryn person. Like Lauryn Hill is probably my greatest like musical influence. I also like J. Cole, Tupac. Honestly, it's a lot. Like I honestly didn't get a full like history lesson in hip hop until I started playing like Grand Theft Auto, like San Andreas, like video games. Like my mom was really more so we gonna listen to this gospel station. And now gospel is one of my favorite genres of music though. Honestly, that's probably one of the only types of music that could make me cry. Like with nothing, just off the rip, just because of like the emotion, you know, and the source, you know, I'm inspired by just life, you know, just like things that happen to people. Some of the songs I've written songs that aren't even about me, they're about just like stories that I've heard. So I have a plethora of inspiration, but lately my largest inspiration has been my friends. Like just my friends that do music, because I honestly put our skills up next to anybody who does music nowadays. Like, yeah, like I have a wide variety of sources that inspire me and that, motivate me. So yeah, man.
Hey,
Yeah,
folks,
man.
I'm telling you something. You hear this voice that Jade is talking in? That's how she sings, folks. She sings with that voice. Yo,
That
that's
is
dope,
actually
man.
my voice.
I know. There is no such thing as lip syncing with Jade here. This is real shit. I'm telling you something, folks. Jade is,
Real
oh
skill.
my God, she's talking. She sings in her talking voice. Yo,
We can curse on here. I was trying to watch my full language. I'm gonna try to do it anyway because my grandmother might be watching.
oh
But-
yeah. Hey, listen, I'll curse because I could just tell the podcast people that there's cursing going on. Parental discretion is advised.
Advisory. Absolutely, parental advisory sticker.
I told you, man, all you got to do is be yourself here on Let's Chat and Jam. This is a no judgment zone. Means you can talk about you. Give me your truths.
Absolutely.
When you're not in the studio creating music, what do you do?
Oh, well, like I told you, I'm a graphic designer and a photographer. I'm also a first degree black belt. So between just hanging with friends or just honestly, we smoke a lot, so we be we cheapers, so we kick it, do that. We go in the city. Like I'm not the most sociable person in the world. I'm not the biggest socialite, but I'm still a people person in the same realm. Like I'm just more of a homebody. Like, but I'm really I'll be kicking it. Working, kicking it, music. Like my life is pretty simple, pretty standard. Like I'm also a foodie. Like I love food, like a lot. Like I'm about to go get some pho after we hop off of here. Like I need it. I just saw Kanye last night too. Like I need to get my whole heart together because there was a lot of people in there. That I was like, look, let me wear this mask. It's too many of y'all. Like I was like, it's all these variants running around. I'm just a regular 27-year-old in the city of Atlanta trying to get it. Enterprising. I just be trying to make it happen. Really.
I could dig the vibes, man. You are making it happen. And that's what I feel is cool about you, is that you are crushing your goals. I need to stop saying trying. One of my friends, his name is The Great Escape. He told me you are. Like he does that a lot. When I be like, yeah, I'm just trying to do my thing. You are doing You have to speak in present terms.
Absolutely.
You have to own that shit, man.
You are correct. And
I believe in you. And I just started listening to your music and I know where you're going. You have a tremendous amount of potential and you are crushing your goals.
Yeah. I need to start saying that. I need to be specific about that. You are absolutely right.
So Jade, talk about the song Uptown Forest.
Well, I went to New Orleans probably I'm from New Orleans originally. I was born in Uptown New Orleans, Third Ward. Like it's if you ever see one of them old like Wayne Birdman videos, like yeah, that's pretty much the same area that I'm from. And so like my entire family's from there. All sides of my family are born, or not necessarily born, but we're all from New Orleans. And I was sitting there, like I was in New Orleans for like 3 weeks at a time. It was like, I felt my life like speeding up because I was about to graduate college at the time. Like, and I wanted to make sure that I saw and was around like family. So I spent like 3 weeks in New Orleans and just was kicking it with the family, honestly. But I had bought my recording equipment down there, and I had just bought like a pack of beats from this dope producer named Ghost. One of my friends, his name is JC. He passed away a couple of years ago, but he actually helped me define a lot of things sonically. And so when he sent me this producer, like, and some of his beats, I'm like, man, this man is crazy. Like everything that he made just made sense, like for just how I like to rap, like just everything. Even I knew that from the jump. And so I recorded this song. I started writing it, and I was like, dang, I could write a song about the city, you know. And I really like I played it for like my cousin, you know, like there are a couple of bars on there about like my about some relatives. And I got into when I was like, I knew that this song was gonna be something that I wanted to like press forward with. I made the cover art for it, like, and it's probably one of my favorite covers that I've ever done. And when I got back to Atlanta, and I was interning at Patchwork Recording Studios at the time, and like I was sitting in the office talking to the manager up there because like me and him always having like real like just conversations about just life, you know, off top. And he was like he said something, and I was like, before you continue, can I book a session? And he was like, absolutely. Well, you should have said that off the rip. Like, yes, book a session. And then he was like, well, what you trying to do? And I was like, man, I went in there, I recorded it was an 8-hour session. I probably recorded like 6-7 songs in that time frame. Cause like, I don't know if you've ever been to Patrick, but it's a very like top of the line, like studio here in the city of Atlanta. It's probably one of the largest, I'm not gonna say the largest, but maybe, but I know they really know what they're doing when it comes to sound specifically. My homie Anthony engineered the session for me. He's an engineer up there. And I was like, I'm in here. I'm like, look, I was trying to internalize everybody, because if you ever walk around the building, it's like they got the Outkast Diamond record in there. They got Tupac, one of his After Death albums up in there. Like it's like just a bunch of things like Beyonce, like Gucci, you know, Jeezy, like all of the heavyweights in Atlanta, but also just so many more, Missy Elliott. And so I was trying to embody all of those spirits when I was recording just these couple of songs right here, but only 3 songs made it out of that session for real. And those are the songs that are actually on my streaming platforms right now. So, but yeah, I wrote that song specifically about New Orleans. My cousin came and did the ad libs over the back end of it, because I haven't lived in New Orleans since I was like 7 years old, but I never had like a New Orleans accent at any point in time. And it is actually very stressful for me, because I feel like it would change the game. Like, oh, you got an accent. People think I'm from like Jersey or from like Philly. And I'm like, nope, I'm really Southern, like really Southern. Like, I'm not the most country person in the world, but I feel like I have like a Southern type of twang. I don't know. Nevertheless, yeah, the song is just about like really just a love for New Orleans. I was down there for a couple of weeks. I was going on like dates and shit. Like, so I wrote about that. I wrote about just even certain things about like the storm and certain hints. I was just trying to just be honestly as lyrical as possible, but then also trying to tell a story. And after I dropped that, I came out with this playlist that just featured only New Orleans artists. Like, I was really trying to get into the space of empowering a lot of the artists down there, because there's some dope artists down there. Like my homie Dooley's down there. I got a crew down there that make some dope music down there too. My homie Mundo, he's an engineer, a producer down there. Fire. There's this one artist named Malik 95. Jamelis, rest in peace. He passed away not too long ago. Him and his brother made some dope music together. Yeah, man. I try to really, I think I always do that. You know, try to provide the space for people that are from the same place that I'm from and who do music. Like, I wanted to really, you know, write almost a love song, but not so much a love song, because I just wanted to be real. You know, just say how I feel about things that are happening here. So yeah, that's what that whole song is about.
I'm digging the vibes. Folks, I'm about to play a snippet of this song, Uptown Forest. And I told you could go tap in yourself on Spotify, Apple Music, and all those platforms, because wherever streaming going on, Jade Forest is in the middle of it. So without further ado, here's a couple of seconds of Uptown Forest by Jade Forest.
I'm in uptown, rapping what it is. Young niggas showing at the crib. Young niggas trying to get rich.
It's Jade Forest, y'all.
Just letting them niggas. I did not have to go on Tinder. You live in the city, you know everybody. Damn, I just might
Yo, this is dope.
Damn, I just might step through this door.
You on the coast, let's smoke on the Gulf. I've been here before, when kiss on the beach.
If you want to hear the rest of this, folks, you know what you got to do. You got to go tap in. You got to go tap in. Got to go tap in. Damn, that was dope, man. Yo, that was bouncy. That was groovy. Oh, my God.
Absolutely.
Damn.
Because I think, and honestly, you know, before I was got into the space of just sonically doing things, I was more so of a poet, you know, but I realized that a lot of things like people have to move to, you know what I'm saying, to be like enraptured by it in some kind of capacity. And certain people are just natural deep listeners of things, but I just can't make a whole bunch of deep ass songs, you know what I'm saying? And a whole bunch of just songs that are that are just so poetic that it's like almost like a yawn fest. Like I don't want nobody to, you know, be so like lulled that they can't like at least like have like some kind of dance, you know, like dance to it if you can, you know, if like, I don't know, I have natural rhythm, you know, we African American Black like got natural rhythm with things. And like we like to, and I also love 808s, like heavy, like I love 808s. So I'm probably gonna use them in, I'm not gonna say all the time, but in a lot of things, like, cause if it don't sound good in the car, specifically, I'm a car listener. Like I'm in a car right now. Like, and these Jeeps and these everything made by Chrysler got like good acoustics, you know, like that. These are the same speakers that are in the Mercedes-Benz dome. Like, so I'm big on, I need to boom, 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 boom. You know what I'm saying? Like I need the things to pop out at me. Like, yeah. So, whew, that's what my beat. That's that's a lot of my beat selection
stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be playing my music loud so I can feel the bass hit me. If the bass can't hit me, or you know what? There should be a different channel from the bass to the lead vocal. So when the bass is booming, the vocals should be still clear. Because then you know your song is mixed right. If the bass is booming and you can still understand what you're saying, then you got a good mix. Tell us.
That's why I be going. That's why I be going to this. That's why I go where I go to get my stuff mixed, because they just know, you know, like all of that.
You get what you pay for, man. If you go to a Johnny Come Lately studio and pay $15 an hour, yeah, you're going to get that type of service. But when you go and you pay $60 or $100, you're going to get your quality, man. There's a difference between good engineers and okay engineers. And if you got good engineers,
I was about to say, try 250, like in that range. 250, like honestly. And then I ain't gonna hold you. Like if you go to a professional studio, like and go get your stuff mixed, like on all of their control boards and stuff like that. One, after you pay for the time for the room, yeah, you gonna come out a pretty penny. Like honestly. Like a lot of engineers are kind of low key, but nah, I be putting like a lot of, I invest a lot of money.
You be investing cake in your music.
Yeah, absolutely. And so that's why I'm like, look, that's why I don't have no.
No, I was going to say that's why you be spinning the guap, because you want the good sound. You want it to be sonically pleasing to the ear. So people will come back to you over and over again. So when they think of Jade Forest, they think of quality music. Tell us
you can't short. I don't think you can't shortcut that process. But yeah.
So can you tell me some of your experiences you've had since you've been creating music?
Some of my experience, honestly, I've had some of my favorite experiences are, so here in Atlanta, me and a couple of friends, we've also been, I talk about friends a lot because like, I think collaboration is important, like within this music space. And since collaboration is so important, like, it's like I listen to Issa Rae speak a lot about things, and she talks about like how people try to like network up as opposed to networking across. You know, the person that's sitting right next to you doing similar things or has similar aspirations, like they have to also be, you know, that everybody has a responsibility into each other's successes. And so like lately we've been putting on these shows, like, and like we've done one in the Battery. We're going to do some more. We got some stuff coming up for A3C. A3C is a festival here in Atlanta all three coasts. It's a massive hip hop festival. I don't even remember who was on the lineup, or if they even announced the lineup yet for this year, but I know we're gonna do something crazy. So like that's been probably my favorite experience, even though like sometimes I've been the planner in these things and I'm like, whew, I see why this is a separate a separate situation. I've been honestly in Atlanta, we have a pretty unique atmosphere here. Since there are so many artists, is like always something basically to do, like for the most part. Like I have one of my friends, I helped her run these things called Britney's bandwagon sessions, and basically it's like a large session basically where everybody comes in and we can collaborate. It's a bunch of producers there, a bunch of writers there. Like those have been like honestly some of my favorite experience. I'm really into the music creation process for now. Like as far as like just like industry experience, like because I've worked at the studio on the side where it's more so like the business side of things, and you're seeing things happen where like I've been to a couple of like I've been behind the scenes for a couple of events that have happened during like my internship phase where I was doing things for Red Bull. They have some dope things happening there, and then even just learning when to speak to people, how to speak to people, what to say. Like everything has been such a learning experience. Like for me, I try to take it as such. Like I haven't ran into anybody that has tried to steal my music or anything. Like, you know how people have like music horror stories? Like I don't have like per se like any massive horror stories as far as music is concerned. But I think in learning and taking the time to learn as much things as I know, I think that like in going into it with knowledge, that cuts down on a lot of the risk that had I just jumped out the gate, you know, just off the rip, I'm just out here. Like, and because I know a lot of people that have spent a lot of money to do certain things that just didn't pay off. Like, I don't really want to be in that space, you know, and I feel like I know too much about certain things, about how to acquire certain things, about how to make money, about how to about what's the purpose of just a lot of things, you know, that it hasn't necessarily had me having too many like negative experiences. Of course, there's been like some rejections where I've sent music off to whoever and they just was like, blah. But I'm not, like I said, I'm not really more so worried about that. Like the people that don't necessarily gravitate towards it, I'm more so concerned about who does. And it's really been a lot of love lately. Like a lot of love and just people that have supported me and who are my friends, but then who also like, I didn't even know that your music was this crazy. I was like, yeah, we really try to be different, you know? So,
yeah, and that's what I love about your music is that you don't sound like nobody else. You have your own specific sound. And you know, and what's cool about that is you in your own lane with that. Ain't nobody sounding like you, not at all. And I am digging the vibes. Do you have a process when it comes to creating music?
So my process is I take the time, you know, to live life and to experience life, because people think that like I think a lot of music is synonymous with certain things. Like I won't speak on everything, but it's a lot of music that is about like similar things. When like people think that you have to be this in order to do this, but life itself is an experience, you know. So at first, that's my first thing. Do I have anything to speak about? You know what I'm saying? Or do I have anything to write about? Some things just come like, whoa, you know, like I didn't even think that was going to be what it was. And then like when I get into the space of, I think it might be time to create, you know, some music. Like I go and I may find like specific producers, but sometimes I'll just hop on like any website where they sell beats, and I'll look for producers and then just go listen to a whole archive of their tracks, you know, see what pops out to me. Because I don't want to, at some point in time, I'm going to not be the person that works with a whole, like, or that buys a bunch of just random beats from a bunch of producers, but I know what I'm listening for, you know, like, and so like, I find the beats first, you know what I'm saying? To try to see what makes sense with what. Like, I don't have what's cohesive here, what's cohesive there. Like, I try to make that make sense first. And then that's when I get to the point where I write. I sit on beats. I have beats that I've had for years. Like I sit on beats so intensely, like just so I can, before I even get to the point where I'm about to write, like I just sit on these beats. Oh, let me actually, I'm about to drive and talk to you simultaneously because there's about to be a train that comes. But yeah, I find these beats and I sit on them and then I end up writing to them. Sometimes I'll have the concept of what the project is going to be before I get to actually what all the songs, you know what I'm saying, are. But honestly, that's really my process. Like, and sometimes I'll collaborate with friends. Like, and after I get to the point, I fully write everything before I touch the studio. Like before I spend money on the studio session, because like I said, like I will pay whoever, like honestly, I go there and spend however much I need to for however many hours I need to in order to do what I need to do. But I'm not wasting no time in the studio, like because it costs too much money. Like it costs way too much money to just go in there and just like, oh, I'm gonna kick it here, you know what I'm saying? If they got this luxury, I might do this, I might play a video game. Like, nah, it's really just a straight work process for me, you know. And but yeah, after I do that, I'm kind of locked and loaded as far as the music making process. Like, but it's not a overly complex process for me. Like I was watching, what's that? There's something called Song Exploder on Netflix. And if I knew how to make beats, me and Alicia Keys would probably have the same process. I'm not gonna hold you. Like that where you just like you hear a beat and then it's like you know, and just trying to figure out what, like how the song sounds like where the pockets in the song are. You know, I'll go and I'll like lay out, like I'll structure things. Like some people go in the booth and just freestyle. I'm not necessarily one of those people, just because I'm like what if I'm just uninspired for the day? You know, like I try to make sure I have that squared away just from the rip. Like, but I'll definitely you know, like that, like I'll hum it out and then I'll make the words fit within that space. And yeah, that's it. That's really that's my whole process.
Well, that's a dope process. It's very thought out, very elaborate, it's very precision like. You go in with an idea and with a know-how of how you're gonna execute this song and whatever song you're about to do. And when you go to the studio, you already got a map and you plan it out and then you attack it and execute. Man, that's dope, man. Very intelligent. I'm digging the vibes. Do you have any advice for the youngins that are coming up that want to do what you're doing?
Make sure that you know what you're doing and what you're talking about before you decide to really dive into the space. Like make sure that you listen. Or first up, honestly, scrap all of that. Make sure that you love music. If you don't, like, it's a lot of people that do music to try to appease a lifestyle or whatever, or to try to, you know, like, oh, this person got a lot of money. And granted, I feel like if you do good music, the money's gonna come. Like, this is gonna be somebody that gravitates towards you, that knows what they're doing as far as monetary concerns are. And then, but then on the same end, you know, keep on doing your research, keep on obtaining knowledge. Like it's a lot of content out here. Like you could go listen to any United Masters podcast. There's a person here, her name is Wendy Day, Rap Coalition. Like she basically did like a 30-day, this is what you need if you want to do music types. Like it's a lot of resources out here. Like, but love music first. Like, cause I can tell. Like, I'm not gonna say like that everybody can tell. Some people just want to the music kind of makes me happy or whatever, but that's cool. That's a love. Like, if you don't love this first, like if the only reason that you're doing this is to make money, granted, that's not to say that you won't develop a love for it, but you're kind of going into it like basically with one leg. Like like you don't want to be that artist, because people are going to be able to tell, and you won't last long. There's a lot of things that are here, like that have gone, that have came and went, and then you never want to be in the space of coming and going, because it's like, granted, you could make a poppin' song, you make however many millions of dollars off that song, and if you got your royalties and your BMI ASCAP, all of your publishing, all of that stuff together, then you'll continue to make money off of that song. But imagine if you really on a money type tip, imagine how much more money you would have made had you really gone into it with the love that you should have had for it in the first place. Like that's that. I'm not even gonna say nothing else. That's how I feel. That's my one piece of advice. Make sure that there's love thing. Because if you're not passionate, you just gonna float on by. And you have wasted. This is a very expensive hobby. If you're gonna treat it as a hobby, like you don't waste your money on something that you don't love. Like when you love something, you're gonna invest in it. You're gonna learn as much as you need to about it. You're gonna not take any shortcuts on the process. You're gonna do what you need to do. Like and yeah, that's where the love is at. For real, for real. Like,
do you have any
don't,
burning desires?
oh man, like a lot of people like as far as musically, my main objective, like, cause I lost my mom back in what month was that? I lost my mom back in October of last year, right? So my main goal in music is just to continue to make my mama proud. You know, that's my one goal. Like I don't and while, I may have some outlandish, like concepts about things, like, but I mean I'm just a human who has lived life and experienced life. And I think my mother was also the same type of person who really a human who just experienced all of these things about life and just really just told story and ended up still being a great person behind all of the wild things that may have happened in life that will happen in life. That's my main objective. As far as like musical goals, I want to. I'm not gonna hold you. I want to work with every R&B woman that exists right now. Like I want to work with all of them, and I also want to work with some people that are like that people that really inspired me to do music. Like I don't know if it's gonna happen. It's very difficult. I want a Lauren feature. I need a Missy beat. You know what I'm saying? I need it. I just want to sit. Granted, Missy said that I don't record in front of anybody. I was like, that's cool. I will record in front of you. You don't gotta do nothing. I just want to be in the space and obtain the information. And me and my friend and one of my friends was talking about how he's like, Madison Square Garden. That'll be like my pinnacle of like when I feel like I'll be there. And honestly, I feel like my pinnacle would be if I could just have like some type of intimate type of setting, like underneath like the Eiffel Tower or something wild. You know what I'm saying? Like have a concert in the desert, like in front of the pyramid. I want different. I have different goals. Like I want to get to a point to where I was like, yeah, we gonna do all of the stuff that as far as the mainstream is concerned. Like that's like I was like, you can like so many people have done that to where it's like where there's not a formula in some kind of capacity to get there. But in some of these places that are like, man, these are landmarks, you know what I'm saying? You got to go through a couple of permitting situations just to even try to even get there. Like that, like honestly, if I can get to that point to where I'm in a whole nother country and there's just these people that just like that have been inspired like by my music, or anything, and they just come out to see me. And granted, it could be a free show, you know what I'm saying? It could be a situation where it's like because I'm really wanting to get into the donations. I'm going to get into the donation space of everything, where I'm doing things for causes. Like my mom passed away from leukemia. I was like, who would I be to not, try to put things towards people never having to deal with the things that I've gone through.
I can relate because I lost my mother in 2002. She had a tumor in her abdomen, and they don't know for what, because she didn't like going to the doctors. So by the time they found this tumor, it was too late.
Yeah, like we Black folks, we have an interesting relationship with doctors. And granted, I've tried to be better about that myself, because I really have from my mom's experience, just with like her actually having breast cancer in 2012, leukemia in 2020. I have a real thing with Western medicine. You know what I'm saying? Like that. I don't know what it is, but sometimes it just don't work. So I try to take care of my body as much as possible. Like I don't even look. It's a lot within that space. But I definitely want to. Yeah, absolutely.
Exercise.
A lot of the things is what we eat. A lot of things is within what we eat.
Sugar is no good for you.
On my soul, but man, if I look, and then I'm from New Orleans. People, man, look.
I've never seen New Orleans eat pork, right?
Yeah, like that's what I was about to get
And
into.
they eat like a lot of crawfish down there.
A lot of everything. Like it's not
everything you ain't supposed to be eating.
It ain't a bunch of healthy options, but it's so good. It's so good. That's why you go there for your
because it tastes good doesn't mean it's good for you.
I know, but it's hard to say. It's hard to tell somebody that who that's just a part of your culture. Like so. So while I get it, I'm mindful of that. But no, I definitely take care of my body. I just went vegan. No, I'm not a vegan. I'm kind of in the pescatarian. I more so eat lean meats more so than anything. Like chicken, turkey. Like, and granted, chicken is like the way that they do chickens is horrible now. You know what I'm saying? Turkey got some nitrates in it, but those are the more leaner options. I eat a lot of fish, but not more so, not like crawfish, not like bottom feeders, but actual fish. I try to make sure I'm on my health game. I literally just went to Art and Garden, which is like a little juice place up here. They got these immune system boosters. Like I said, I went to see Kanye yesterday. And I was like, oh, this is mad irresponsible for everybody in attendance. But I was like, I'm gonna wear my mask. Like it's like it can't stop life. Is what
they're opening up the world again, and they want everybody to go back to work. And people are tired of being in the house, cooped up. Yeah. So you got majority of the people that got vaccines and the other majority of the people that don't. So you're going to have a tale of two Americas. You're going to have those that are not vaccinated and those that are vaccinated. And only the ones that are vaccinated can go out into the world and enjoy themselves like the pandemic is behind us. But those ones that are not vaccinated, they have to go out there and see the world as it is. I'd rather live life the opposite direction.
I'm not gonna hold you. I haven't necessarily been vaccinated yet. I'm not anti-vax, and I'm not anti-vax, and I'm not. But I don't honestly. I look in my heart of hearts. I'm like, dang, I don't even know if I want. I don't want COVID, and I also don't necessarily know how I fully feel about this vaccine, the whole 100% yet.
Well, I took the vaccine. I took the vaccine.
At some point in time, I'm definitely gonna do it. But I'm like, it's just a little too soon for my heart. I'm like, let me wait. But I ain't gonna hold you. Whether you got it or not, I'm gonna be at the function with a mask anyway.
They're saying that you should wear a mask whether you're vaccinated or not. You should still wear a mask.
It's gonna unless there's a month that goes by and they're like, we have not had any COVID cases. That would be the only time where I take my mask off, regardless of regardless of if I'm vaccinated or not. Yeah, so that's where I'm at with it. I'm like,
I'm about to shut it down because we're running out of time. Mm-hmm. So I want to thank you for coming.
Sure. Like my phone was on the dip. Absolutely.
America.
Thank you for inviting me.
Yeah, America and the world is MC and you love. Let's chat and jam. It's my special guest, Jade Forest. As you see, Jade Forest is an ill lyricist. She's a great singer. She got a dope sound. I love what she's doing over there in Atlanta, and I'm glad that she's doing music. So you can tap into her on all major platforms because that's where Jade Forest is. And anywhere you hear music, you can stream her music too. Because Jade Forest is in the middle of it. Can you tell the people where they can find you?
You can find me on basically all the social media platforms. So Instagram, Twitter, Christian Mingle. I'm just playing. I'm not on Christian Mingle. At I am Jade Forest. And if you want to search my music, just type in Jade Forest. That's JADEFOREST. 1 R, like the trees and the birds and stuff, So I am Jade Forest on everything. Jade Forest on all the social media. On all the streaming platforms. Yep.
That's dope, man. I want to thank you for coming through here, man. And since you've been here for the first time, you've now become part of the Let's Chat and Jam fan, which means you don't have to wait for me to tap into you and say, hey, Jade, come to the show. Nah, you can tap into my DMs and say, hey, MC, I got something to promote, and I want to promote it on your show. And, of course, I'm going to get my calendar, and I'm going to lock you in them, say, deal, you in the show, let's go. That's how easy it is to be a part of the show when you're in the fam. So welcome to the fam.
I appreciate you so much. Thank you.
And I appreciate you too. So thank you so much for coming through. I really do appreciate your time. Having you here was a blessing, and I'm honored to have interviewed you because you're a dope artist, man.
Thank you.
And be safe out there in Atlanta. Please be safe.
You already know.
Yeah. And everybody else, y'all be safe, man. And just remember, if you got a dream, go for your dream. Because only you can stop you. And nothing beats a failure but a try. Peace out, folks. Thanks for watching. And if you like what you saw, please subscribe to the channel. Also, like and share the content, as well as hit the notification icon so you don't miss a conversation with series right here on Let's Chat and Jam.